Never open the red door after midnight. There was one big rule in Kemi's house. Her father said it. Her grandmother said it. Even the neighbors knew it. The rule was this: never open the red door after midnight. Kemi heard this rule so many times that she almost got tired of it. Every night before bed, Grandma would hold Kemi's face in her hands and say, "Remember, child. When the sun sleeps, spirits wake. If you hear a knock on the red door after midnight, do not touch it. Do not answer. Do not open it. Not for anyone." And every night, Kemi would nod and say, "Yes, Grandma. I know." Kemi lived in a small house at the edge of the village. If you walked past the well, past the big tree, and followed the dusty road, you would see it. It was not a special house. The roof was old. The walls had cracks. But inside this house, there was something strange. At the end of a short, dark hallway, there was one red door. All the other doors in the house were brown. Only this one was red. In the daytime, it looked like a normal door that someone painted with bright red paint. But at night, it looked different. The red looked darker, like wet blood. The wood felt colder than the other doors. Sometimes Kemi felt like the red door was looking at her, even though doors have no eyes. Kemi lived with her father, Boba Tond, and her grandmother, Grandma Aya. Her mother had died when Kemi was 10 years old. They had a small picture of her mother in the living room. Sometimes Kemi sat in front of the picture and talked to it like her mother could hear. Kemi helped at home. She fetched water. She cooked simple food. She sold veggies in the market with her father. She listened to Grandma's stories at night. And always, she walked quickly past the red door. One day, Kemi asked, "Papa, why is that door red? What is inside?" Her father looked at the door and his face became serious. He said, "Some doors are red so we do not forget them. But not every door is for opening. Do not worry about what is inside. Just follow the rule." Kemi turned to Grandma. "Grandma, what is behind the red door?" Grandma shook her head. "Behind that door," she said softly, "is a promise. A very old promise that keeps our village safe. That is all you need to know." Kemi did not like this answer. She wanted to know more. But each time she asked, they gave the same reply. Follow the rule. So Kemi lived, and she obeyed the rule. For many years, nothing strange happened. Until one night. It started a little while after Kemi's 16th birthday. The day was normal. Kemi worked at the market. She came home tired. They ate dinner. They prayed. The sun went down. The house became quiet. Grandma snored softly in her room. Her father was already asleep. The moon shone outside. Kemi lay in her bed, half asleep, when she heard it. Knock. 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 She opened her eyes. The sound was not from the front door. It was not from her window. It came from the hallway. It came from the red door. Kemi's heart started to beat very fast. She listened again. Knock. 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 Slow. Heavy. Like someone was knocking from very far away. Kemi pulled her blanket up to her chin. She wanted to shout, "Papa! Grandma," but her voice did not come out. She remembered the rule. Never open the red door after midnight. Kemi stayed in her bed. She closed her eyes. She tried to pretend she did not hear anything. The knocking went on for a long time. Then, at last, it stopped. In the morning, Kemi told Grandma, "Grandma, last night I heard knocking on the red door." Grandma's hands began to shake. Her eyes, old and cloudy, suddenly looked very sharp. You heard it? She asked. Yes, Kemi said. 3 knocks. Very slow. Grandma took a deep breath. The first night is always a test, she said. If you had opened the door, you would not be here this morning. From now on, be even more careful. Kemi frowned. Careful of what? She asked. Who is knocking? Is it a person? Grandma shook her head. A person has hands and feet, she said. This one is different. Long ago, your great-grandfather made a promise. There was a spirit that wanted to enter our world. It had nobody. It had only hunger. Your great-grandfather trapped it behind that door so it could not walk around and harm people. But the spirit is clever. It cannot open the door by itself. It needs someone from our family to open it. How does it do that? Kemi whispered. It knocks. It calls, Grandma said. It uses voices. It uses tricks. It tries to make you feel sorry. It wants you to break the rule. Kemi felt cold. Grandma, she said, what if the knocking comes again? Grandma looked straight into her eyes. If you hear it again, she said, you do nothing. You stay in your bed. You close your ears. You pray. You do not move, no matter what you hear. Promise me, Kemi. I promise, Kemi said. 2 nights passed. Nothing happened. Kemi started to think maybe she had imagined the knocking. But on the 3rd night, when the last candle went out, she heard it again. Knock. 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 The house felt heavy and quiet. Her heart thumped in her chest. Just stay in bed, she told herself. Just stay in bed. Then she heard something that made her whole body freeze. A voice. A soft, tired voice from the hallway. Kemi. Her name. Kemi, open the door. It's Mama. Kemi sat up quickly. Mama. She whispered. She had not heard her mother's voice for 3 whole years. It sounded just the way she remembered it. Soft. Kind. A little tired. Like it came from far away. Yes, my child, the voice said. It's me. I am behind the door. I have been trying to come home. Please open it for me. Tears filled Kemi's eyes. She had missed her mother so much. She dreamed of her almost every night. Now her mother was calling her. Her mother was asking for help. Kemi put her feet on the floor. Her legs felt weak. What are you doing behind the red door? Kemi asked. The voice sounded sad. Your grandmother and your father locked me out, it said. They were afraid. They left me in the dark. It is so cold here. I am so hungry. Don't you love me, Kemi? Don't you want to see me again? Just open the door a little. Kemi took 1 step towards her door, then another. Her hand almost touched the door handle. Suddenly, she heard another voice. This time, it was small and shaky and came from Grandma's room. Kemi. Grandma whispered loudly. Stay in your bed. Do not answer. It is not your mother. Kemi stopped. Her hand shook. In the hallway, the voice from the red door became sharp. Do not listen to that old woman, it said. She took me away from you. I am your mother. I love you. Open the door, my child. Kemi stood in the middle. Her mother's voice on one side. Her grandmother's warning on the other. She began to cry. I don't know what to do, she whispered. Just then, one of the wooden boards under her foot creaked. The knock and the voice stopped. Silence. Then the voice behind the red door spoke again, but this time it sounded different. It sounded colder. Oh, it said quietly. So that's how it is. You will not open for me. Very well, Kemi. We will talk again another night. A cold wind moved through the house. The small prayer candles in Grandma's room all went out. Grandma started to pray. Kemi ran back to her bed and pulled the blanket over her head. She did not sleep. She waited for the morning. When the sun finally rose, Kemi's eyes were red from crying. At breakfast, her father saw her face and asked, "Kemi, what happened?" She told them everything. She told them about the voice that sounded like her mother. She told them about Grandma's warning. She told them how she almost opened her bedroom door. Her father's face became angry and afraid at the same time. "You spoke to it," he shouted. "After all we told you." Kemi started to cry again. "I'm sorry, Papa," she said. "I didn't open the red door. I only talked from my room. It sounded like Mama. I thought maybe." Her father's voice became soft. He sat down and held his head in his hands. "That is how it works," he said. "It listens to our hearts. It learns what we miss the most. Then it pretends to be that. For me, it sounded like my father. For your grandmother, it sounded like her sister. For you, it sounds like your mother. But it is not them. It is only a hungry spirit that wants to come out." Grandma placed her hand on Kemi's. "Tonight it will come again," she said. "It will try harder. It may cry. It may shout. It may use other voices. Whatever happens, you must not move. If we do not open, it stays trapped. If one person opens, it will be free to walk in our world." Kemi nodded slowly. But inside, she was very scared. All day, she could not stop thinking. What if the spirit is telling the truth, she thought. What if Mama really is behind the door? What if I am being cruel? But another thought came too. What if Grandma is right? What if I open the door and something terrible comes out? Night came again. The sky became dark. The village became quiet. Kemi sat on her bed and did not lie down. She was too afraid to sleep. The house felt like it was holding its breath. Then, just after midnight, it started. Knock. 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 3 heavy knocks on the red door. Kemi's heart pounded. She did not speak. She did not move. "Little Kemi," the voice said. "Are you awake?" She kept quiet. "I know you are awake," the voice said. "Your heart is beating very fast. I can hear it." The air in the room felt cold and thick. The voice continued. "Look at you. Always listening to your grandmother, to your father. Never choosing for yourself. Aren't you tired of being a little girl?" Kemi pressed her lips together. The voice changed again. Now it sounded sweet and kind, like a friendly aunt. "I can give you many things, Kemi," it said. "I can make you strong. I can make people listen to you. I can help you see things nobody else can see. I can let you talk to your mother whenever you want. All you have to do is open the door." Kemi swallowed. Her throat felt dry. She asked in a tiny voice, "What do you want if I open the door?" The spirit laughed softly. "I want to walk," it said. "I want to feel the sun and the rain. I want to taste your world. I want to move from house to house, from village to village. I want to eat fear and drink tears. I want to be free." "And what about my family?" Kemi whispered. "What about my village?" The voice was quiet for a moment. Then it said, "When you open a door, many things can pass. Some may come back. Some may not. That is how doors work. But you, Kemi, you will be special. I will stay close to you. We will be together. I will whisper secrets in your ear. Nobody will ever ignore you again." Kemi closed her eyes. She thought about herself. She thought about being noticed. She thought about talking to her mother again. Then she thought about something else. She thought about the little children who played outside. She thought about her friends in the market. She thought about her father and grandma. She did not want anything bad to happen to them. Kemi took a deep breath. She was still scared. But now, inside the fear, there was something else. A small, strong feeling. She said, I will not open the red door. But I want to make a different deal. The hallway became very, very quiet. The voice sounded curious. A different deal, it asked. What do you mean, little girl? Kemi wiped her tears. Her hands were shaking, but her words were clear. You want a way into this world, she said. You want a body. You want a home. Right now you are trapped, and you hate it. My great-grandfather trapped you. My family keeps you locked. You are angry. I understand. But listen to me. I will give you something. The spirit said nothing. Kemi went on. Take me, she said. Take my time. Take my freedom. I will stay with this door. I will guard it. I will listen to your knocking every night. I will be the one you talk to. But you must promise to leave everyone else alone. No more calls. No more tricks. No more voices for other people. Only me. The spirit laughed, but now it sounded surprised. You would shut yourself away, it asked. You would live your whole life next to this door. No husband, no children, no travel, no fun. Only this hallway and my voice. Why? Kemi's eyes filled with tears again. Her chest hurt, but she spoke. Because somebody has to protect them, she said. And I am the one who heard you. I am the one you want. Better that you bother me alone than hurt our whole village. For a long time, there was silence. Then, slowly, the house began to shake. The floor trembled under Kemi's feet. The air became icy cold. It felt like something big and invisible was moving through the walls. Kemi cried out as a sharp pain shot through her chest, like a rope was tied around her heart and pulled tight. She saw quick pictures in her mind. Her great-grandfather standing before the red door, cutting his hand and pressing his blood on it. Her grandfather fixing the wall so the door stayed strong. Her father and grandma praying when they heard the knocks. A long line of people in her family, all saying the same rule. Never open the red door after midnight. Then the pain in her chest became heavy, like a stone. The shaking stopped. The cold air slowly became normal again. The voice spoke. It is done, it said. You are now tied to this door. As long as you live, I stay trapped. I will not call anyone else. I will not use their voices. I will only speak to you. When your life ends, we will see what happens next. Kemi fell to her knees. She felt very tired. Her bedroom door opened and her father and grandma ran in. Kemi, they cried. Are you all right? She smiled weakly. I made sure the rule will never be broken, she said. Even if someone forgets. Even if a child is curious. It doesn't matter now. The spirit cannot leave while I am here. Her father began to cry. My child, he whispered. You gave up everything. Kemi shook her head. I gave it to the village, she said softly. Tell people I went away. Tell them I married far from here. Tell them I followed my mother's spirit. You can decide. Just make sure of one thing. She looked down the hallway, at the red door that now seemed to breathe with her. Make sure they remember the rule, she said. Never open the red door after midnight. Time passed. People in the village grew older. Some moved away. New people came. Grandma and Bobaton became old and weak. They told the story to the elders. They told them to keep the house safe and empty. When they died, the house with the red door stayed. No one lived inside, but the elders repaired the roof and walls. Children were told, "Do not play near that house at night." Sometimes, brave children dared each other. Touch the front wall. Walk up to the red door. Some kids said that if you put your ear on the red door at midday, you could hear soft breathing, like a girl who is resting. Others said that at midnight, if you stood very, very far away and listened carefully, you could hear 3 slow knocks from inside, not outside. Knock. 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 As if someone was still there, checking that the spirit was locked in. Every night, parents in that village told their children, "If you ever see a red door at night, do not touch it. Do not listen to it. And if you hear someone you love calling from behind it, remember this story. Some voices are not what they seem." And somewhere, in the quiet house at the edge of the village, Kemi kept her promise. She watched the red door. She listened to the knocks. She spoke to the spirit so no one else had to. And that is why, in that village, no one opens red doors after midnight.